Hello everybody, Bad Wolf here with another video on modding The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. This video is part 3 of The Witcher 3 Mod Manager. I did not think that I was going to be making a part 3 for the Mod Manager, but as it turns out, I forgot to talk about the importance of priorities. Priorities for the Mod Manager is the same as calling mods that you use for Bethesda games, and you're putting them in order, you're putting them in a load order. That's what priorities are. And when I say a higher priority, I'm meaning the lowest number. So 0 is the highest priority, whereas 300 would be the lowest priority when you're going into that spectrum of going from 0 to 300. So with that in mind, what you need to do is you need to go through all of your pages of mods that you downloaded. And as you can see on my Nexus account, my download history, these are the mods, some of the mods that I have downloaded. And I'm going to put a warning ahead of time. The mods that I chose are of an adult nature. The game was supposed to be adult. It was supposed to be made for mature audiences, and CD Projekt Red did not actually fulfill their promise of making it an adults-only game. Now, while I can't make it an adults-only game, the mods I use can make it to where you'll see nudity in a lot of the NPCs, including Geralt. And so I'm just warning you ahead of time. When I click on a mod page that I have downloaded, there's a warning that it will possibly be an adult mod with nudity. If I get to one of those pages, I'm going to try not to show that page, but if I accidentally do, then I will blur it out in my video editor, which I just started learning how to use the video editor, so my edits will be choppy at best until I get better at using the editing software. Okay, so now that little mini disclaimer is out of the way, now it's time to start looking at my mods and finding out what priorities should be where. I will start off with the one that I've already made a priority on, because this is not the first time I've done this video. This is going to be actually about the 8th or 9th time I've tried starting this video. But always as happens, you get some background noise that just doesn't go away because they're called family, and you cannot control family like you could control the game. If I could, boy, there would be a lot of control that I would have. That's a side point. Anyway, so I'm going to go into one of the two mods. Well, actually, I'm going to pull up both the mod pages on the ones that I've already set a priority to, and that's the Besavissa and Netpickers patch. And the other mod is Brothers in Arms, or BIA. Brothers in Arms. There it is. Okay, so we have the community patch, which is mod number 3163. And we have Brothers in Arms, which is mod 5752. Now you're wondering what priority and load order is and doing that in the Witcher 3 Mod Manager. This is where I'm going to show you. There it is. Oh, nope, that's a different one. Mod Manager. Okay. So I've already put them in priority. Let me pull this back up. Now, while on the description, it really doesn't say where to place it in priority, but people who use the community patch Besavissa and Nitpickers patch, and they want to use Brothers in Arms because Brothers in Arms, as it shows here, has it's a definitive collection of 469 bug fixes from across the entire game, and that is including the DLCs. Now, some of them, most of them are script fixes. Others are placement fixes, where items are placed in the game where they really shouldn't be placed, or they're invisible in the game, but they shouldn't be invisible. That's what Brothers in Arms does. Now, Besavissa and Nitpickers patch, it fixes a lot of the texture issues. And also it does a couple of script fixes. But for the most part, it's texture. These are two mods that I recommend that you get. I have not started my playthrough yet, so I really couldn't tell you how Brothers in Arms does. But with 33,740 total downloads, 1,164 endorsements, and 0 bugs, I'd have to say that it's a wonderful mod. And I'm going to enjoy watching the extra fixes that this does. Seeing all the fixes that Brothers in Arms have done, it actually restores some content that was not cut, but it was not pointing at the proper location, meaning that the script hook was there, but it was not grabbing the script that it needed to use. So it was hooking to nothing, and Brothers in Arms fixes that. So again, the Brothers in Arms mod is 5752, and you will see on there the change list, what mods are already incorporated, which is very vital to look at, because you could have some of these mods already downloaded, but now this mod, Brothers in Arms, takes all of those mods that you may have downloaded and puts them into one fix. So go through the list and remove the mods that you already have, that it's already included, I should say, and remove the mods that you have of those included files. So that way you're not taking up mod room, and there could be a conflicting bug that happens. Not real sure, but it only makes logical sense that it could bug out your game. So anyway, go over the list of the incorporated mods, and then there's a list of some of the things that are fixed in Brothers in Arms. It also has recommended mods to get in that are not incorporated in the mod. The three individuals who collaborated is Paul R0013, Mercy Rockoff, and Konami. They are the three that that did a joint venture on doing all their fixes and putting them together into one, and now all three of them had worked on doing fixes together. Now they've taken a little hiatus for now. They still are in communication with their page on posts, but they're taking a break because they've done a lot of work and they need to take a break. The other contributors is Glassfish 777, and then there's a couple of others, and that's what that they recommend you downloading it. So downloading these mods so that way it continues on with the fix of Brothers in Arms. And if you know how to do the woven kit and you want to support Brothers in Arms and you're from a different country, they've also have included what languages have already been done, and I do believe they have something to where that will a tool that will help you translate everything into your language. Don't quote me on that because I may be wrong. So anyway, when it comes to priorities between the two, Besavissa and Nitpicker's Patch and the Brothers in Arms mod, if you look on the posts, after you get past the sticky, you will see, you have to scroll down a little bit, and give me just a moment because I don't want to scroll really quick and bypass it. Okay, here's the post that I was wanting to highlight, which I just now highlighted. So Dragon 083 asked, so using this mod, we don't need to install Nitpicker or Besavissa anymore. They're outdated. They're outdated or broken. And Antonio, forgive me if you're going to watch this. Antoniaris 1999 replied, nope. Install Besavissa 2, but give give priority to BIA. Besavissa main file has bugs. Farangorn has uploaded a file in the comment section which fixes them, at least the important ones, and I will explain that one in a moment. So right there in the second sentence is you install Besavissa, but give priority to Brothers in Arms. So you want to give a lower number numerically to Brothers in Arms than you do Besavissa. So I will bring up the mod manager, and I've already put these in priority like I had mentioned before. These first three are from Brothers in Arms, and then the next three are from Besavissa and Nitpicker's Patch. I have the compilation trigger, which is the community patch base, and its priority is 0. When you go to texture merge and script merge, it goes, the compilation trigger is 0, the script merging folder is 1, and the texture merges are 2. I'm not going to use any numbers in between 2 and 10. At least I don't plan to. unless there has to be something ahead of Brothers in Arms. But for the time being, I'm not going to be using numerical numbers 3 through 9. I started off with 10. Now I'm going to go ahead and pull up some other mods that I have downloaded. And take, for example, the HD Monsters reworked. I'll scroll down and see if there's any priority. And if there's no priority listed in the description, then what you need to do is go to Posts, hit Control F to bring up the Find in page. This is basically a search for the web page. And it could pop up anywhere depending on what web browser you're using. The web browser that I'm using is Firefox, and so it has the search in the page down at the lower left. So I'm just going to type in priority. Oops, if I spell it right. And it's already beeping. Well, actually, it's giving you that sound that makes when it's wrong. But I don't see, it doesn't show. I don't even have to type out the full, because some people that may not speak English will type it, spell it differently. So there are 5 of 78 matches. Okay, so I need to go up to number 1. Oops, this is number 1. How to set priorities. I heard that you often mention the importance of this, but no one has ever explained how to set it up. While in my mod manager, I do believe first mod manager video, I discussed about priorities, how to set them either through the mod manager or manually by going to your documents folder, documents, Witcher 3, and mods.settings. And that will take you to the place where you change priorities manually with Notepad++ or a Notepad. If you have Mod Manager open, you can always just click Mod Settings, and it will bring it up. And here's where you do it manually. Set the priority manually. Right here, it has it shows the compilation trigger, and enabled 1 means that it's installed in the game and going to be running. Priority is 0. Then you have here are the Brothers in Arms, where it is enabled, so it's 1. Priority is 10. That's on the first one. On the second one, the priority is 10, and the third one, the priority is 10. And then the Besserwisser is 11, 12, and 13. And this is how you would type it out in Notepad or WordPad. In brackets, you put the name of the mod spelled exactly like it is in the folder. You type enabled equals 1, and then priority equals whatever number you're setting that mod in priority wise. Okay, so the answer to this particular question is about how to set priorities, but I don't think, if I'm reading into it, I don't see just don't see anything what I'm actually looking for to see if it tells you where to put it in priority wise. Okay. How do you ensure this mod's priority if you're installing mods manually? Use Witcher3 Mod Manager, like I suggested. This person said, I would recommend to install all mods manually, ignore, delete the priority file. You can rearrange the loading order of most mods by renaming them, which renaming the mods from what was it named from the person who created the mod. Well, yes, you can do that. That's just actually what you're doing is you're putting extra letters, or you can even use a number, but it usually is a letter. You'll add a letter after the word mod and before the name of the mod file. Let me bring that up. So you have mod _0 better icons 2020 _English _denpro _ardbombs. Now, if I was to change that from 0 to Z, then not only would it change it here in the game folder, but it would also change it in the Witcher 3 mod manager. I'm putting it back to 0. And that's how you would rename a mod in order to do the priority. So that's the third method of doing priorities. I actually think it's much easier and cleaner to do it in the Witcher 3 mod manager, but the choice is always yours. This person says the game loads mods by alphabetical order, which that is true. So mods with names like mod AAAA or mod 000 would load first. So that's not what I'm looking for. That's just more explanation on what priorities are. And again, Denroth suggests using Witcher 3 Mod Manager. Oh wait, no, this is the same one that I was looking at. Okay, so I have this mod set to a higher priority than HD Rework Project. I have a problem with the Griffin at the start. Specifically, it's just some wing, feathers, and claws. The rest of the body is head is invisible. Using the HD version, not the 4K. I specifically gave it a priority 1, with HD Project Rework being priority 3. I'm using Witcher 3 Mod Manager, if that's important. Haven't noticed any other visible textures yet, but will point them out if I find any. So Denroth wants to have screenshots, letting us know that the mod does not change the mesh currently or have the textures. The only mesh is that is modified is the Griffin is for the griffin or the eyes. So that's still not telling me anything except where the end user has put it as a higher priority over HD project rework. So let's go on to the next one. Oh, now here we go. This is what we need to know. So we have, I'll need my little notepad, word pad, or actually Word Office. Bring that up. I need to move this over. Come on, work with me here. Okay, so that way I can type this out to make sure that I'll remember later when I'm setting this up. Okay, so it states Denroth replies with the HD Rework project, and that's by Hal Kogan, who has been asked by CD Projekt Red to help them with upgrading the textures for next gen platform, which is PlayStation 5, Xbox One Series S or X. So Denroth says, are you referring to HD Rework project? Modify some monsters files. I don't remember what. I don't remember what. If you have not assigned this any HD Rework project priority, HD Monster Rework will have a higher priority than default. If you assign a priority to HDPR, make sure that you give a higher priority to HDMR. So that lets us know there, and I'm going to type this up. All right, so HD Monsters Rework higher priority than HD Rework project. All right. Here's where I'm probably going to start using numbers 3 through 9. It's when it comes to these HD graphics work. All right, so I know I got that. Then I have a mod for Anna the Baroness, making her look a little better than what she did in the game. And there is no priority for that. And well, I'm not even doing what I said before. Oops. Okay, one page, no priority. That's good. All right, Stunning Shawnee. Short description, no priority. Probably the same, no priority at all. Control F. Okay, nope, no priority. All right, next. New wall decor Passiflora. This is Paul R's work. And here we go, compatibility. There are other mods out there that could swap these textures as part of the base package. If that happens, load this mod with higher priority. All right, so out of the box, that we already know that there's other mods out there that could swap the texture, those textures as part of their base package. So, in other words, Paul already knows that there's going to be some conflicting mods, and in order for his to work, it needs to be loaded first before the others. So we have to give that a higher priority number. So I'm already going to be putting Monsters Reworked at 3, and currently, it may change, but currently, the rework project is going to be 4. And now, this mod, Passiflora Wall Decor, Bells of Beauclair, that's going to need to be a higher priority. So I'm going to go ahead and Wall Decor needs a high priority. Oh, I spelled decor wrong, didn't I? And you hit the wrong key there. Okay. Anyway, sorry. So now I know that the wall decor mod needs to be a higher priority. Like I said, I may put it before Monsters Rework, and the Rework project, but I don't know yet. I still have to see what others there are. Item description fix. Doesn't say anything about priority. Let's look in the posts. Control F. Nope. And wow, this is interesting. I think this is actually the first I've seen this. The creator of a mod banned. I wonder what they did wrong in order to get them banned from Nexus. Could be several things, but they violated the terms and service of the Nexus mod page. Okay, so there's no priority there. Toussaint extended progress. No priorities there. I'm not going to go through over all of my mods because I have a shit ton of mods. So I'm just showing you a little bit, so that way you can go through your mod list and find the priorities. Sorry for the long video. Sorry for rambling. I hope I didn't ramble too much. And it's probably a long video, and I apologize for that. But like I said, I try to be as informative as I can and try not to leave anything out. I feel like I may have left something out in this video, but I can't think of it right now. If I do, I will probably explain it in the comments on what I may have forgotten, if I did. Anyway, as always, this is Bad Wolf, and I will talk to you the next time. And good luck on the path.